Hey guys, this is May Elizabeth. Words cast spells. In this little video, I want to discuss empath versus mepath. I don't know about you, but I tire of people saying I'm an empath. We hear this all the time, and a lot of these people that say I'm an empath are the complete opposite. So, and I'm talking more normie NPC types that are not real spiritual beings, like the very few of us that are here that are real spiritual beings. There are a lot of robotic android type humans in this matrix. You could call them obstacles, decoys. They are here to stifle or misdirect our energies. Some could say energy vampires, or so let's, from the wide range of just the checkout person at the coffee shop, to one of your best friends, to a spouse, a child. A lot of these characters are here to intentionally throw you off course from your real purpose. So what if we, and I'm not going to say reframe because that's more business lingo. This is why I became a flight attendant, even though I'm a corporate private jet flight attendant, and I'm a painter, I'm an artist, and I'm a designer. I have a B&B in New Orleans. Most of the things that I do and I have done for many years avoid things like boardrooms and conferences and just in general where you are in situations where you would encounter business lingo, business terminology. So saying things like, what's that one they're saying all the time now? They're saying pivot. They say pivot a lot, which is real annoying. And this is just, from people in my life and things that you will see or just randomly. So they say things like that, and they say things like reframe. But I'm going to use that terminology for a moment, and I'm going to say we are going to reframe the mepath from the empath. And it's not in a selfish way. How do you maintain your high frequency, your high vibrational state? How can you maintain that with these energy drainers, these narcissists? And let's be frank here, they run this world. This realm is run by sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists. And how do we continue to uplift ourselves and to do, whether it's diet, exercise, in thought and reflection, being still, reading, all these things that we would like to do, avoiding too much pop culture, or any if you can. And how can we do all these things? So here's the thing, is to be a mepath, to be a real empath and a mepath, you must take lots of time, lots of solitude, particularly off-grid or away from society. And that's a shame, because sometimes I do crave being around people. I require a lot of solitude, because I am a creative person, and I think that comes natural for those that are creative. For those of us that don't belong here, we not in a depressive state at all, because I still love socializing. I live in New Orleans, and this is a very social town. So I still enjoy it, and we still need to be around the normies and go to dinner parties and go out to events and things like this. However, I am noticing more and more, the more we are elevated, the more we understand about consciousness, the more we want to protect. We want to protect that spiritual being inside of us. And we can feel the drain. We feel afterwards like we feel very drained. And we must begin to say no more often. And maybe it's just coming natural for you. You're going, I can't uphold this charade. I can't go to this event. I can't do this because of the energy vampires. And I am not going to put myself in that position. So we see on social media so much now is about, and it's so much AI and fakeness, and whether it's like on Instagram and the beauty channels, which they, even though they're covered in tattoos, they're heavily airbrushed and everything, and I can't even imagine some of these websites I've never been on, but that you hear about that are popular, OnlyFans or whatever. It's a huge. So we know that this is for a narcissistic personality, and that goes hand in hand with an NPC. So they will love this world. They won't see anything wrong with it. They don't see what we see, so they don't see through the veil. So for them, this is great to go online and to get all these likes and to get, which by the way, I mean, if I really don't care about that, and I am heavily shadow banned due to the nature of the topics that I discuss and to videos that I've watched. So since they're keeping an algorithm of us, especially those of us that they know are into these types of con being the operative spiracies. So anyway, and also you'll notice that the arc is in conspiracy. What a surprise. That's a whole nother video. So I want to stay on track for a moment, and I'm not going to spend too much of your time here, but I just want you to think about it's okay. You can be, I feel like I'm very, I hate to use the word empathic because it's so overused and I'm so tired of it. And it's being spewed so often these days by the complete antithesis, the complete opposite type of beings that are really empathic. They're full of you know what. So empath, I hate if I see humans suffering or in pain. I can't stand it. Even on the lowest level, let's say you witness something, you just can't stand it. And I'm very vocal about it. I make eye contact with people. I listen really well. I'm very much engaged so with humans, and I can't help but care. And perhaps this has something to do with my frequency or my vibration. However, what I'm realizing now is even though some people that I love to be around that are long time fixtures in my life, I'm certainly not saying to discard them, but we must create some space sometimes, and the only way is we have to not engage as much to maintain this high level frequency, this path that we are on, the me path, right? So we can get out of here. What's the end goal? And when I say things like this to the NPC, people in my life that are so fixated on the human condition, current events, God, who cares? They don't understand that it's all scripted. It's all playing out from a quantum computer. This is a holographic realm. This everything that's happening is already known. You can never explain that. They are so upset. They are so upset. They are so triggered by media, by news, by anything you say that could be in opposition to their mindset, current events. I couldn't care any less. My end goal is, how do I get out of here eventually? How do I figure out the portal, the exit, if you will? Is it through language? There's a lot of clues in language, and I get a lot of downloads. I was just a few moments ago working on something, and the downloads wouldn't stop, because essentially, you guys, we have a type of software and hardware installed in this system. And for those of us that are sentient beings, that doesn't mean that we're still not batteries and we still don't give off loosh, because we do. But we're, however you want to look at it, fortunate or unfortunate, cursed or blessed, we are different. And I sometimes think there might only be 144 of us. I think this realm is much smaller than we're told. I think a lot of these, even those close to us, and it's dawning on me now more than ever, that they're not real. They're not real. And that is like hitting me so hard lately. Once you figure out, not only is everything around you, house, street, everything, architecture, not only is that all an illusion, but so are you. So are the people you are closest to. And are they here intentionally placed inside this matrix, inside this video game, to sidetrack you, to distract you? So to be a me-path means that you choose me. And that does not mean in a narcissistic, psychopathic way like the controllers, right? It means that we are preserving and conserving our frequencies, our energies, and that's why I'm talking about language a lot, because the language that we speak and that you hear right now holds a frequency. And music, God, I'm learning a lot about music, and there's a lot to be said about music, and it's very deceptive nature, it's repetitive nature, which is all intentional. So another video on that later. But for now, it's okay to say no. And here we're coming upon the fall of the sun, as the sun, which it's all just a clock, and it's all rotating, and the sun is crossing, and we're coming into the fall before the winter. Think of it kind of like the age of a human being, the child in spring, the summer, the hot teenage years, and then the fall before the cold winter. So we're heading into that crossing, which is what the sign of the cross, I believe, has a lot to do with, and the letter T. So anyway, fall. So there's more and more events, and more and more family situations, and sometimes it's okay to step away from that. And even that close friend that you absolutely adore, he might be an NPC and might be here to throw you off course. So be aware. It's okay to follow the path of the me path, and in a non-narcissistic way, and still loving humanity. So that's all I'm going to say on this subject, and more later. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks.